So we can start with the training.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Hi, Hagnell. Hi, EC team. So, you all know me since my previous organization. So, hello from the Saskatchewan desk today. Um, Also, before we start this training, I would also like to know, you guys have given me a lot of market insights earlier, but the perspective of the market has changed a bit. Um, so if you can also let us know a bit about the market and what's going on, the ground zero information, that would be really good. And I'll just give a minute to Agnel, who probably would like to speak with you.
Hi, Praksha. Hi, everyone. Uh, Hope you remember me. I visited you very recently in Ahmedabad and no, Vadodara. So good to know. We were, in fact, in the process of initiating these trainings, and I appreciate that you have made the initiative of doing this, and I did see that you've sent it to all the other colleges as well. And in the light of the given current situation, yes, I understand that probably it is very imperative, essential that we brush up certain things. And Sherlyn you've known her from Centennial College, probably most of you. She's joined us recently. And what we'll do is we'll take you through uh, about SAS Politic once again, and then maybe we can discuss further. So Sherlyn, you would want to?
Yeah, I'll do it, no problem. Yeah, okay. So, Tabassum, would you like to talk about the market as I was saying, and then we can go through the training presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Currently, like Canada is like since past it has like slowed down, but students are still preferring to go with the programs that are like PGWP approved according to the new list. So we have market for Canada, but it's quite lesser than compared to previous. We can say that.
Yeah, so we know for the fact that the market has slowed down in last 1 year maybe. Okay, but then I would like to know that is there any change, recent change after the CIP codes and the list have come up of few colleges. We are yet to release the list. It will be out very soon. So is there any change in the market after that? Do you think there is, more inquiries or, how exactly is the ground zero?
Recently because of the change of that, there will be no SDS category anymore. So like the students with are like there are more inquiries right now because of that thing as well, because people with the lesser score of PT and everything are every type of that kind of students are also applying, and who are not able to afford the GIC, they also want to try for now. So in that scenario, yes, market has changed.
Okay, fine, no problem. Yeah, thank you so much for the information. Also, I would like to apologize. I'm having cold. I won't be able to switch on my camera. अहमदाबाद में बहुत ठंडी चाहिए. Right? It's really cold here. Okay, so I have cold. I won't be able to switch on the camera. I'll just share my screen. Let me know if you can see. Can see?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. Okay, so you all are, from EC, and why Canada is something that I did not tell you. You're very well versed with my Canada, why Canada. So we're going to skip this slide. All right. So most of the students who might come to you with regards to the student inquiries, they might be coming with regards to, Ontario as a province, or they have relatives or friends living in Ontario, in British Columbia. So Vancouver and Toronto is the major cities that the student might be inquiring about. And this is the map of Canada, and we have mapped Vancouver and Toronto. As you can see, we are in between Manitoba and Alberta. Okay, so it's about 100 kilometers that we have here. Our province, we share borders with. You guys have any question? You guys want to ask something?
No, I guess somebody had not muted their microphone.
Okay. Yeah, please make sure it's muted. It's easier. Yeah, so the province highlighted in green is Saskatchewan. We share borders with Alberta and Manitoba. We have four major cities in Saskatchewan. The biggest city is Saskatchewan, and the capital is Regina. And then we also have Prince Albert and Moose Jaw. These are the four major cities in Saskatchewan. And we have campuses located in all these four cities that we have. A few things I would like to highlight. The reason why Canada was a highlight was because of the housing problems, because of the job scenario in Canada. However, we at Saskatchewan do not have any kind of housing issues, and we do not have part-time job issues as well. Okay, that is something that you need to educate the student with regards to different provinces. Um, as per the government of Saskatchewan, there will be 100,000 more jobs by 2030. This is in Saskatchewan's growth plan, which is advertised by Saskatchewan government. Now, Saskatchewan has four seasons. It's not going to snow throughout. Okay, we have fall, winter, spring, summer, all the seasons are there. So it's not going to be like, oh, it's going to be very cold throughout the year. It will not be like that. A lot of forest in the province. There is farmland. There is, 1/8 is fresh water. There are a lot of job opportunity as well in this particular field. As far as the permanent residency is concerned, we are very, very PR friendly province. We will also, learn about it a bit in the later slide. Please pardon my voice, I have cold. Okay, so these are the four major cities where we have the campus located. Um, Only Prince Albert campus has the residence that we offer to the students. The students who are in Regina, they share the residence with the University of Regina. Most Jaw and Saskatchewan students, they will have to look for the residence, outside the college. And if at all help is required, we as a college are there to help the students out for the same. Good to know information for Saskatchewan. Um, Very important as well. The unemployment rate at Saskatchewan is the lowest in Canada. As of January 2023, it was 4.3%. And we have seen immense growth in the population, employment, investment, as well as export. Okay. It is the sunniest province here in Canada. Healthcare, the students did not worry about the expensive health insurance that he has to pay if he is in any other province. The healthcare is taken care by the government of Saskatchewan. So as soon as the student lands there, or as soon as the student is in campus, we will make the health card in the first or second day. So probably he just has to cover himself for a few days or maximum a week, and government of Saskatchewan will take care of the health insurance thereafter. Commuting is easier, only 20 minutes average commute. That is what we see. This is a very important Agnel, you want to add something?
No,
Okay.
please continue.
So, guys, please unmute yourself. Thank you. Yeah, so this is the very important information that you. Yes, you have a question? Okay, at least just say no, yes, no, maybe unmute and say it, or else I'll just continue. Right, so this is a very important information that you might want to share with the students. This is the percentage of students going to different provinces. Okay, as you could see, 50%, the major chunk, more than half of the students have gone to Ontario, and then 20% in British Columbia, that is number two. Yes, as you can see here, Saskatchewan is 2% of the entire international student population. Okay, so the number of students going to Saskatchewan is comparatively lower. This is the reason, why I said that we don't have a housing problem. We don't have even part-time jobs issue that the students are talking about on social media, right? And this is the reason why we don't have those problems here at Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program. I believe this is a very PR friendly program offered by the government of Saskatchewan. Now, when a student completes his studies in Saskatchewan, or let's say if a student completes his studies somewhere else in other province, he will have to work for 1 year and then he could apply for the PR. However, with us or in Saskatchewan, the student will only have to work for 6 months because the number of hours required are less, of course, and then he can apply for his permanent residency. Moose Jaw, this is a city where rural and northern immigration program is now confirmed. It is no longer pilot. So the student can also apply under RNIP if he lives in Moose Jaw. Health benefits we already discussed. Government of Saskatchewan will give health insurance to the students as well, who are international students as well, who are at Saskatchewan. This is very interesting graduate retention program. When a student completes his studies in the province, and once he's working for 1 year, right, you file your taxes every year. So once the student completes his work and when he files for the taxes, he will get part of his fees back. I think this is a very, very unique thing that we have in Saskatchewan, that a student is also eligible to get his fees, the international fees that he has paid back, when he applies for the taxes after 1 year of work in the province. So these are very important information that you can share with the student and also explain them about the different province and the requirement and the issues faced or issues not there at all in the province. Right, so we have 65 plus degree, diploma, and certificate programs. We are in top 50 research colleges in Canada. When we took a survey, 92% of the employers, they said that they would hire a graduate from Saskatchewan Polytechnic. The tuition fees, it is quite affordable. It's the average is about 18 to $19,000 for the 2 semesters put up. That's the entire year. Okay. The class size as well is very small at Saskatchewan Polytechnic, so the student is not going to vanish in the sea of students. He will get personalized attention with us. The most of our graduates, they end up getting a job. 96% is the employment rate with the students graduating from Saskatchewan Polytechnic. And as you know, we are a polytechnic. We were a college earlier, and 8 years back, we became a polytechnic. Polytechnic is something in between the college and the university. And we have a lot of hands-on learning at polytechnic colleges. So we as well have various programs where an internship is there, co-op is there, or capstone projects are available. So the student will have exposure to physical or practical learning while he is studying with us. Okay, so this is a girl from Baroda, Chandni, and she actually graduated from here, and we very proudly share her testimonials. She works for Saskatchewan as well, for the college and the international team as well. So these are the these are the schools that we have now. They are now into they are now we no longer have so many schools. We are now only have 4 schools available at Saskatchewan. So majorly they are now uh, very less, not these number of schools at Saskatchewan. These are the programs. So the programs haven't changed. Program remains the same. We have programs into agriculture, engineering. We also have a program which is called as commercial pilot. We have business related program, hospitality related program. We also have a nursing program. Nursing program is the only program where the admissions are competitive. Otherwise, it is first come, first serve. The admissions are first come, first serve. We also have bundles. We have PG programs. If a student is wanting to take up a 2-year study to get longer postgrad work, we also have bundle programs available. I will also show you how you can look at the bundles on the website after we finish with the PPT. So as I was saying, we have programs with co-op. These are the programs that has co-op. Every co-op term is different. If a student is wanting to know what kind of co-op term he will do, you will have to go onto the website and check semester-wise and when exactly the co-op will happen. So all the information is already mentioned on the website. Sorry. Right, so these are the other supports that we have at the campus. International services, we do support our international students. If a student is looking, even if a student is feeling homesick, they can go and speak with them and they will connect them with a counselor, right? We have orientations every year. We have a placement team at the campus. We offer counseling, career counseling. We also have career fairs, and also learning accessibility. So let's say if a student is facing if a student is facing challenges in a particular subject, the student can go and speak with the international department, and they will give him classes, or wherever he's facing challenges, he will have help for that particular subject, and this information will remain confidential. It will not be shared with the teacher as well. Okay, so any kind of help required or any kind of support required, if a student wants to talk, he can always come and talk with the international team, and we have various supports available that a student can take up. Now, the cost of living at Saskatchewan is very low as compared to other provinces. As I was saying, we don't have housing problems. Um, the average cost of living for a student may come between $350 to $500. That is the max, including the rents, etc. Okay, so the cost of living is very, very minimal in the province. So the student will not have to worry about the higher rents, etc., which everybody else is talking about in the market. So the major requirement with us, right, is the IELTS, or the English language test. IELTS score of 6.5 is mandatory, no matter if a student is applying to a PG program or an undergrad program, and no bands should be less than 5.5. Okay, if a student has given Duolingo, 1110 is something that we accept. We do issue conditional offers, but conditional offers are only issued based on the academics, not on the English language. Okay, so if a student has completed his IELTS, feel free to send in the application. There is an application fee of $150. And in this application fee, you can apply to 3 different programs. Okay. So I'll just show you how to browse the website. Just give me a minute. You can see my screen, I hope.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the home page of Saskatchewan Polytechnic. You click on International. Okay, you click on Program and Tuition. You click on Programs, and the list of the programs will be there. You can have a look and check what kind of course curriculum is there, what kind of co-op is there. All the information is available on the website. If you want to have a look at the bundles, what all bundles are available, you click on International. You click on Program and Tuitions and Program Bundles. Okay, so these are the bundles. You will have all this information here. As far as applications are concerned, we are using now Application Hub. That is a new application system that we have introduced. And you don't have, earlier you used to send the documents to the admissions team, yet now you do not have to do it. All you need to do is upload the documents on the Application Hub. And you can apply to 3 different programs in the same application fees. That is also a change that we have implemented starting from September 25. I think that's all from my end. I'm going to ask Admiral to please chip in.
Yeah, thanks, Sherlyn. I hope your cold gets better. But yeah, thanks for explaining. For all at EEC, okay. Yeah, thanks for being a part of this session. I understand you have too many things in your mind right now, isn't it? Canada. I mean, some of you were decent enough that we still have and all of that. But I understand Canada as a destination right now is that there's a very negative sentiment going on. You guys are lucky uh, because Gujarat is still doing good or manageable. Okay. There are other provinces which are going through a much more difficult phase. I really don't know why, but Gujarat is still surviving. You also have to understand uh, where do we, SAS Politics, Saskatchewan Polytechnic as an institution, position ourselves? Because all that you get to hear now from students is probably 3 things, isn't it? One, there are no jobs in Canada. Two, there's a huge housing crisis in Canada, right? Three, PRs are getting difficult. You hear this, right? You hear this from students. And despite that, students probably who are coming to you are telling this, because this is what I get to hear from a lot of agencies, that they're telling, other than Ontario and BC, send us anywhere else. Because there's been a huge negative connotation about the entire thing. And very important for you to understand why this has happened. And this has happened because too many people, you saw the slide showed by Sherlyn to you, 52% people went to Ontario, almost 20% went to BC, and rest everywhere else it's 1%, 2%, and all of that. This alone should tell you the lopsided stuff that has happened in the past. Okay. You guys are in Vadodara. What's the population of Vadodara? Anybody knows? Anybody? Or say you are in you are in I mean your cities like Vadodara, Ahmedabad, Surat. Any idea what's the population of your city? Nobody knows? No? That's strange. Okay. Let us take it as it's 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs,
Sir,
It's approx
one
30 lakhs.
approx 30.
30 lakhs. Okay. So Vadodara is 30 lakhs, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now just imagine in 2025, another 10 lakh people from India come to Vadodara. Okay. In 2026, another 15 lakh people come to Vadodara. In 2027, another 20 lakh people come to Vadodara. Now Vadodara's population is 45 plus 30, 75 lakhs.
75.
Now just imagine if Vadodara's population goes to 75 lakhs in 3 years' time, and now you are 30 lakhs. Why? Because Vadodara is a nice city, smart city, fantastic. One of the finest cities that I see. I love the city. There's no traffic. Yet there's a lot of development. You get everything in Vadodara. And because Vadodara is nice, there are about 45 lakh people in the next 3 years who come to Vadodara. Can you imagine what will happen to you? Now that you are reaching your office in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, what will happen to you?
It
Now
will take
that
time.
all of you have jobs and there are another 45 lakh people who are eyeing for those jobs, I want you to understand mentally, this is what has happened to Toronto and Vancouver. Okay. Because these are very popular cities and rightly so, because they're wonderful. Like I live in Bangalore. Bangalore 10 years ago was amazing, fantastic. But now, all that you get to hear about Bangalore is
Congested and overpopulated.
congested and overpopulated traffic. I don't take out my car at all. Okay. I keep the battery connection जो होता है ना निकाल के रखता हूँ क्योंकि 15-20 दिन एक एक बार एक एक महीने तक नहीं निकलता. I cannot afford to take out. And I want you to understand this is exactly what's happened to Toronto and Vancouver. Or is Vadodara the only city in India? Is Bangalore the only city in India? No. There's Chennai, there's Hyderabad, there's Nagpur, there's Chandigarh. Okay. Now, what Chennai is telling is that don't go to Vadodara or don't go to Bangalore. If you come to Chennai, we will give you a PR in 6 months. We have got lot of jobs, and if at all you work here in Chennai for 1 year, we will even refund your tuition fee, a part of it. We will give you free insurance. Okay. And this is the idea or this is the concept you need to understand about is that in Saskatchewan, there are about 135,800 jobs available or forecasted from 2022 to 2026. Surprisingly, 54% or 73,000 jobs are replacement jobs. I am assuming EEC में in Vadodara office, how many people work? Roughly? It's about 200? 300?
No, sir, 100.
100 people work. Now say, out of 100 people, 10 of you move to Ahmedabad or move to Mumbai for some other reason. Now, EEC Vadodara, which had a capacity of 100 staff, Now there are only 90 staff. And आपके जो सर हैं जलान सर या अभी प्रेक्षा will give out an advertisement telling we have got 10 openings, please apply. But you guys are not able to fill up those 10 jobs because there are no people in Vadodara. These are existing jobs now vacant and there is nobody to fill those jobs. ऐसे वाले सस्कचवन में 73,000 jobs हैं. Okay. Now, what EEC does is we are spread across in Gujarat. We have got in Ahmedabad, we have got in Anand, we have got in Vadodara, we have got in Surat. We'll do one thing. We'll set up an office in Mumbai. अभी है कि नहीं पता नहीं, but say अमित जलान सर सोचते हैं कि we will open a new office in Mumbai. And for Mumbai office, I need 10 staff. And gives out an advertisement. Now, these 10 jobs are not being filled up because there are no people. ऐसे वाले 46% और करीब करीब 62,800 jobs हैं, which are happening due to new expansion. Now, I want you to understand the magnanimity or the situation in Saskatchewan that we have 73,000 existing jobs. We have 62,800 new jobs and there are no people. Why? Because everybody is going to Toronto. Because everybody is going to Vancouver. कहाँ जाना है? टोरंटो जाना है. नहीं, सस्कचवन में जॉब्स है. नहीं, मुझे फिर भी टोरंटो ही जाना है. Right? This is what you've been getting to hear. And if a student understands that there are jobs available in other provinces, that वहाँ पे जाने से 6 महीने में पीआर हो जाता है, वहाँ पे जाने से ट्यूशन फी का रिफंड भी मिलता है, why wouldn't a student go? Isn't it? So the onus is on you guys to understand this, that there are other provinces in Canada like Manitoba, Alberta, Saskatchewan, where things are still good and things are wonderful. And like Sherlyn mentioned, people assume Saskatchewan is cold. बहुत लोग बोलते होंगे शायद आपसे Saskatchewan is cold. I don't know if you know this. Toronto in winters, because I've been in winters in Toronto in -25. I walked on the streets of Toronto in -25. We are -30. So if somebody can manage -25, they can definitely manage -30, isn't it? Okay. Christmas time pay 1 or 2 weeks, probably we go to -40 or so. But you also have to understand that if you see, when I come to Gujarat, and it is very hot in summers, goes up to 48. I still remember एक Uber में बैठा था and I was telling भैया AC थोड़ा तेज करनी. He told सर मैक्सिमम पे है, बाहर 48 डिग्री है, इससे ज्यादा कुछ कर नहीं सकते, right? But still you have ACs and you can survive. आपके घर में AC है, ऑफिस में AC है, कैब में AC है, right? Likewise, in Canada, everywhere, including Saskatchewan, we have heaters. So heaters will take care in colleges, offices, hotels, malls, restaurants, घर पे, cab में, सभी जगह. So if somebody thinks based on cold or based on weather, I'll decide which province to go, doesn't make sense. Except for Vancouver and Victoria, because the Pacific Ocean is just beside, to 0 to -5 hota hai. Or else entire Canada is cold. So that cannot be a argument. Also, you will be surprised to know that the programs that we have, all of you probably know that the government of Canada has now given these 5 sectors, right? Agriculture, healthcare, STEM, transportation and trades. All that we have are these programs only. Okay. I'll share this slide with you, this report with you. Maybe it will make a lot of sense for you guys to. अगर मैं आपके ऑफिस आया था, then I would have shown you this. Even if not, probably. This is the labor demand outlook from the government of Saskatchewan. You know, just now I told you about the job openings. It is mentioned here. 135,800 jobs, 62,800 are economic growth, 73,000 are because of replacement. And look at the job market that is spread out. Agriculture, forestry, fishing, and hunting, 20,700 jobs. Now, 6,900 are new jobs, 13,800 are old existing replacement jobs. Now, Canada's 65% of agriculture produce happens in Saskatchewan. इसीलिए हमारे पास food and agriculture production है. We have got agriculture equipment technician. We will be coming up with 2 or 3 more programs, a postgraduate in agriculture and business, postgraduate in food and agriculture kind of stuff, 2-year diplomas, 1-year certificate programs, because that is our mainstay. And that is where the government told anybody applying in agriculture will get a PGWP, right? The CIP code जो आप जानते हो. Because we already have it. And we know that there are 20,700 jobs. We will train these many people for them to go and take up the jobs. Healthcare is second. Government ने भी second रखा है healthcare, right? We have 15,100 jobs. Likewise, retail trade, हमारे पास supply chain है and other things. We have got, if you look at scientific and technical services, STEM के जितने भी jobs हैं, what I'm trying to tell you guys is that these are the areas where jobs are available. And Saskatchewan is the place where these jobs are available in plenty. And this is not a list which we release now, or this report is not now. This report is 2022 में बनाया था. And if you look at our programs, they always have been there, right? So that should give you an inkling, an understanding that if you go to Saskatchewan, yeah, jobs, PR, and housing, definitely not an issue. We have close to 17,000 students in all these campuses put together, and now close to 3,000 only from India. Now, when I say India, I want you to understand the moment you have close to 3,000 students, you don't have to worry about food, accommodation, part-time jobs, right? Food, आपका थेपला, आपका और क्या खाते हो आप लोग? Dal chawal, roti, and whatever your dishes are, you will be able to find it because at least 500 से 600 के ऊपर बच्चे गुजरात से ही आते होंगे हर साल. And then there would be a lot more, right? So you don't have to worry about food. Accommodation, like Sherlyn mentioned, बहुत सारे बच्चे, they stay closer to the college or vicinity of the college, and 2 to 5 minutes walk के बीच में रहते हैं बच्चे. You'll be surprised, $500 to $600, you get a 1 BHK. Okay. 2 students share. So per head, it's about 250 to 300. Food, when you cook together, same food is about 150. Miscellaneous, 200-300. I have personally spoken to a lot of students in all the 4 campuses put together. They tell me, sir, $700-800 we make our month. Okay. Imagine as compared to how expensive it is in Toronto, जहाँ पे 600 से 800 में उनको सिर्फ एक रूम में एक बंकर बेड मिलता था, right? Whereas here, in about $700 or $800, they make their entire month comfortably. And their part-time jobs cover their living expenses. So food, accommodation, part-time jobs, students don't have to worry. The reason I'm getting them in a single line is, these are the primary questions that a student will have with you. वहां पे क्या होगा, कैसे होगा? And once you know that this is the situation right there, it makes a lot of sense. And we organize a lot of job fairs, like Sherlyn mentioned, virtual fairs. In fact, employers are after us, okay, because we are the largest source of employment for them. And for the number of jobs that are available in Saskatchewan, we are the only one. Rest universities, University of Saskatchewan, University of Regina, but we are the largest public college in the entire province. So they don't have to worry about these things. I just want you to visualize this comparison between what's happening in Ontario, BC, and a province like Saskatchewan. Of course, Manitoba and Alberta as well, but primarily Saskatchewan has got exactly these 3 things that students are finding it difficult with: jobs, PR, and housing. And students who've been there this June, when I was there, I was there for convocations. Okay, we had about 800 odd students in Moose Jaw, close to about 900 students in Regina, and I was volunteering for the जो गाउन देते हैं ना, बिफोर द कॉन्वोकेशन दे वेयर दैट गाउन एंड दे वेयर दैट कैप. So I was volunteering there and I met a lot of Indian students. Not a single one of them was unemployed. सभी लोग ऑफिस में छुट्टी डाल के they had come to the college for the convocation because the minister was there and all of that. And a lot of students recognized me, a lot of students met me, and it was very heartening to see and know that students in Saskatchewan at least don't have to worry about jobs for now. And I think Shalin has covered most of it, most of the information. One good thing for you guys is that now Shalin is based in Ahmedabad, और वो आपसे गुजराती में भी बात कर सकती है. And will be more accessible. She can visit probably more often. And whatever support and other things are required, you'll be getting that. We are yet to come up with a PGWP list because we are working with IRCC and almost finalizing. Probably other than our business programs, most of them would be covered. But we will let you know the final PGWP list probably in a week or two. We are working on that. The moment we get that, we will share it with you. So can you guys come up with any questions if you have?
The academic requirement.
Yeah, now, that is one thing I had made a note of. I wanted to tell you. We are super flexible. And when I say flexible, I see 35 participants in this session. All the 35 of you and me can apply to our institution. What I mean by that is, irrespective of your age, we do not look at any age gaps at all. So anybody who's 40, 42, can they apply? Yes. I have my own friends who are in this age bracket who are already studying at Saskatchewan. Quite a few of them have graduated, are working. The reason being, our admissions lies with the domestic department. And in Canada, it's a norm that people study intermittently at different stages in their career and life. And hence, we do not look at any age gaps at all, number one. Number two, we do not look at any backlogs at all. And number three, we, for a lot of programs, we do not have a percentage cutoff. On our website, you will be able to see, say for early childhood, should have passed 12th. So can somebody with 42 apply? Technically, yes. Because in Canada, the passing marks is 60. 60% मिला तो ही पास होते हैं. हमारे यहाँ 35 भी पास है, right? So they do not know that. But because our admissions lies with the domestic department, the rules are such that if it is not mentioned on the website, for example, for computer engineering technology, they'll say 12th with 60% in math. For business information systems, they'll say 12th with math. They have not specified percentage. For project management, they'll say bachelor degree of any discipline. Supply chain, they'll say bachelor degree in any discipline. Percentage nahi pucha hai. So any percentage can apply, yes. If at all we mentioned, for example, for artificial intelligence, a bachelor degree in any discipline with 60%. So for all IT programs, PG IT programs, we require 60% in bachelor's. Independent undergraduate other programs, it will be mentioned. If percentage is not mentioned, it means anybody can apply as long as they have passed. Open learning, distance learning, NIOS, acceptable. Extended learning, 3 साल का degree 5 साल में किया because was not well, something happened, acceptable. Because this is primarily how it works in Canada. So that should tell you we are super flexible. You should find a reason not to send a student to us, if you understand what I mean, unless you think or you are not able to convince the student. And now that Sherlyn is there, or I've always been accessible virtually, but Sherlyn is there, she can visit you more often. If you have a set of students, batch of students in Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Surat, any of the other locations, she can always visit you guys. So जो भी सपोर्ट चाहिए वो आपको मिलेगा। एक और है, दैट वाज नॉट मेंशन्ड आई गेस, पीटीई 63, nothing less than 50, and TOEFL 81, nothing less than 19. You might find some PT students, right? So now that STS is out of the window, probably you might also find PT students or other students. So we accept that as well. Any other questions? Okay, I think we also did not mention, we do not offer entry-level scholarships, but once student reaches Canada, we have got close to $2 million in student awards. Academic excellence, voluntary activities, financial needs, we've got a lot of them, but not for entry level. But once they reach Canada, definitely yes. Anything else? Any other questions?
So can you please confirm PT score again?
63, nothing less than 50. 63, nothing less than 50. And TOEFL 81, nothing less than 19, 19.
Sir, it's 6-3, correct?
Yeah, 63. 61, 62, 63.
Uh, Sir, one of my student applied in the program and he had 105 Duolingo. He applied almost like 1.51 back. That time the requirement was 1.105, and he got the email that you have to submit the new Duolingo score 1110. Okay, so how much time he has? You can give any idea. Like the program is food and nutrition because he is preparing for it and he will be giving the exam, and he can directly submit or he has to submit a new application now. Like
No, you don't have to submit a new application. Just submit the Duolingo. Duolingo में option रहता है ना, send it to the college directly
yes,
also.
yes.
Click that. If you ask me the time, not much, because food and
Mhm.
nutrition is huge demand. So
Mm.
apply as quickly as possible or get it done. And Duolingo तो जल्दी आ ही जाता है ना,
आ ही
2 दिन.
जाएगा 2 दिन में आ जाएगा and do you think sir early childhood will be the in demand list in the PGWP list
99% yes, because IRCC website पे आया है. So if you see, I hope you have seen on the IRCC
yeah I
website
did
that
see but there was some minor confusion between the other universities and some that is different type of early childhood not regular one so I'm not sure and there was
the,
some
the,
difference.
way, the way I see it, 99% yes. See, we are in kind of क्या बोलते हैं limbo, because हमारा business diploma में भी 100% placement है. Okay, so we are not Ontario, or what has happened to Ontario is not happening with us. And but right now we are not able to negotiate or bargain with the federal government because there are local provincial elections happening, and there is a model code of conduct. Probably the moment that happens, we might still be able to negotiate. I have spoken to our early childhood students. थर्ड सेमेस्टर में एक स्टूडेंट के पास 3 से 4 ऑफर लेटर थे. दिस इज इन द थर्ड सेमेस्टर. फोर्थ सेमेस्टर अभी नहीं गए. दे वर ओनली इन द थर्ड सेमेस्टर, एंड लिटरली एवरीवन इन द क्लास हैड 3 or 4 ऑफर लेटर्स. उनको एक और सेमेस्टर के बाद अभी डिसाइड करना है 4 कंपनी में से कौन सी कंपनी ज्वाइन करनी है. So in Saskatchewan, seriously, it is crazy, at least based on what I have seen personally. So early childhood though is in demand across Canada. In Saskatchewan, it is much more.
And sir what is the turnaround time to get the offer letter like
Generally, we say 2 weeks. फिलहाल में एप्लीकेशंस हैं तो करीब 3 to 4 weeks हो रहा है. Just so that you understand, because you were sending applications earlier to Saskatchewan, now student will not get a student ID or a email with login portals and other things. जो application hub में होगा, जो user ID and password you will use, you will be checking there only because the offer letter will be sent there. After that, student will have access to a student portal. But until then, wherever you have logged in the application hub with the username and password, that is where the student will have to keep checking. Generally 2 weeks. Right now, 3 to 4 weeks जा रहा है.
And student can apply for a conditional offer letter like the with the academic like for the 7 semesters or like that.
I think Shailin mentioned that English mandatory. कोई भी कुछ नहीं है तो एटलीस्ट Duolingo with 110, go ahead and apply. अगर academic spending है, not a problem. We give a conditional offer letter.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anything else? And I think you were, the last time I visited your office, you guys were doing some events almost every week, right? For 2 hours or something like that. Is that still on? Is that still? If it is, then please let us know. And we would be glad to join, whenever and however possible. Now, again, considering Shalini is there, so you'll have more access to her, and we would be more than happy to do those.
Sir, for January, we will send you the schedule.
Okay, please. But yeah, please send it soon, because by mid of Jan till almost Feb end, there are a lot of events happening, and we would be traveling. That the schedules are going to be very hectic. So please let us know in advance, if possible, jaldi bhej do, so that we can plan to attend those. Okay.
Yes, sir, sure.